Hello, Austin. You know who this is? Donica L. Cuomo. Looking you straight in the eye. For once. For all. It's justice, guys. Hey, do I look like my dad today? I thought so. We are getting justice for ourselves. I am so politely enamored with who you are. Politely, I said. I'd like to show you something. It's a verse in my textbook. I'm a teacher. All right. About being twins. I didn't know if you knew this, but I have a twin brother. Being a twin has taught me a lot about blooming, where you're planted, because my twin and I were attached right here from the moment we were born. Yes, I was supposed to be born. Promise. Not the point. Our brains are literally connected. It's not something you can mess with or tamper with. Thank you, Father. And it amazes me every day because I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I was definitely doing that. I am at the grocery store too. We ended up at the same place, same time. That's weird. Um, how are you? Okay, I'm going somewhere that you probably already know. Yeah, it's hilarious. Not cutting this film, Chris, who just spoke that into my brain. It's so weird. He's the only person who can do that. Obviously, Danny, talking to you. Um, I'm gonna be a little bit more flirtatious. Chris, hey, buddy, I had to bloom this way at this time because you were. You became a person, so did I. And honestly, it was really kind of painful to become people at the same time after the world had made us nothing because, we're like famous or like pretty or something like that. They called me a whore and they said you were worthless. Okay, that's not a joke. Only thing we don't really share is you managed to get rid of your accent and I still keep mine. And it was super annoying. You said you wouldn't marry me, according to our church law or whatever, if I didn't get rid of my accent, which is rude, but whatever. Anyway, Bloom, you said it would happen in July and it did. You're not late. I love you way too much for that. Kids, we are on an adventure, aren't we? I'm talking to all the unborn ones. I'm talking to the baby that will be, and we can favorite you. I will not braid your hair until you're ready. I want you all to feel loved like I feel loved. Having Chris as both my father, my daddy, and my brother is the biggest joy of my life. Okay? The biggest joy of my life. I couldn't ask for more. Don't try to figure out the family construct. Just understand that it works. I'm big time promoting being Mormon right now because I went on my missionary trip and I almost didn't want to leave. Okay? I asked God my whole life, can I please go to Africa for my mission trip? No. No. He sent me to Peoria, Arizona, Sun City, Arizona, and finally to Phoenix. In the most perfect decision triangle of his life, God scored big, and so did I. I fell in love with being in love with God. We actually didn't take a bicycle. He did offer it to me, and I said no. We ended up walking and taking the bus. And I want to tell you the one word that will be on next week's show: Excelsior. Ever higher. We saw it on the bus. It's the name of the new flyers. Excelsior is the brand name of the bus. But every time I step up into the bus, out of the heat, out of the pain of not having what I needed to have, not having the food or the cigarettes or the coffee, or the food or the cigarettes or the coffee for Chris, my husband, my wife, my brother, my dad. It's half my responsibility to get us this stuff. So I complain and bitch to him, and I'm like, why didn't you get what I needed you to get? Why didn't you? He is 1,000,000 times more gentle than me. I don't know how to be who I am without Chris Cuomo at my side. It's like he's always been there. My twin. Because he'll never leave. I love Chris so much. It goes way beyond a TV show. If you can please understand, there's a man in there. There's a man in that office. There's a man in that body. There's a man in here. And somehow he scooped her out. Not a funny story. You don't need to be penniless in order to do that, I promise. But this message is addressed to the city of Austin because I think that in 5 years you'll get it. Okay? Don't look him in the eyes on a show. In fact, stop watching the show. I don't care. I want you to pray for Chris because this is the hardest decision of his life to come pick me up. We're talking constantly. And it's a hard decision because it means he won't be alone anymore. You already know the story. I am Christina. You don't care about that part. But you guys do know what it's like to go from being single and awesome to married and whoa, whoa. So, twins on the way. Chris, be here or not. I will be. I'm on your side, buddy. I love you. Obviously, you're watching, but why'd you break my camera?